This is the most talented hitter the Giants have had. Not good, not bad, just different. That's the level of talent of this kid offensively. He's the youngest Giants position player to be called up since 1981. This is a dude who's going to hit a bunch of tanks. He is going to access the incredible power that he has and hit a lot of home runs.
Well, and you mentioned can't quite get over the hump, and that's how I feel right now about the San Francisco Giants. Just couldn't quite get to that third wild card spot. Obviously, the Mets are 2-8 in their last 10. You're feeling good after what Verlander did on Friday, looking like vintage Justin MVP type of Verlander. And then your two horses all season long, Webb and Ray, struggle the way they did. Credit the Dodgers. I mean, they're the Dodgers. They're the defending champs. They got the bats. Them. I know you do, Joe, but you got to give credit where it is due. Tip your cap, as Kruger likes to say. And then you follow up with what Zach Gallen did yesterday. And Zach Gallen, his previous start against the Giants, not very good, giving up 5 earned runs. He kind of shuts them out a little bit yesterday. Obviously, the 1 home run to Casey Schmidt. But a tough 3-game stretch right here, Dave.
Yeah, very tough. It's the curse of the Patrick Bailey walk-offs. I mean, when Patrick hit the walk-off inside the Parker in July, and the Giants were flying high and just crashed after that and didn't recover for weeks and weeks and weeks. And Friday night, you get the walk-off grand slam, and you think, here we go. Man, this team is going. I don't know. This team has been the hardest one I've ever been around to just figure out. Very tough to it's just been a schizophrenic group. It looked like the best team in baseball, and then looked like something almost opposite of that. Yeah, too bad. And they still have a chance. You got to come to the park today feeling like, you know what? We've got 12 games to go. If you win most of those, if the Giants went 10-2, they're in, I think. So 10-2, is that hard? Yeah, that's really hard. It's hard to do against some good teams. But to me, you can have a realistic shot at sweeping the final homestand. And I know this is just getting ahead of ourselves, but if you can go 4-2 here the rest of this week, I think they still have a chance. So you can't, until it's over, you can't get discouraged. I don't think I know they're discouraged, but they'll hopefully come ready to play tonight and just give it one last shot.
I'm going to get into Eldridge because I got like 4 or 5 questions on Eldridge with you, but just trying to digest the Dodgers, and we know that's who we strive to beat, right? Just if you're looking at who the reigning champs are, who's the team you're looking up to in the division, what feels like over a decade and a half or close to it. What is the area for you on where the Giants are just coming up short as you compare and contrast them to the Dodgers?
Gosh, over the last few years, unfortunately, it's every area. The Dodgers have been better than the Giants in every aspect for the last 5 years. And that's a sobering thing to say. It's not a fun thing to say. I think the Giants have made up a lot of ground this year. And that's a big positive to take out of this season. If you look at that Giants lineup, and for the first time, really, truly, you start to think, okay, that is a lineup I can go to battle with against the best teams in baseball. There's a lot of talent on the field for the Giants right now. And it's not perfect. That doesn't mean everybody's a superstar out there, but they have upgraded their talent level, the Giants have, over the last 12 months, big time, in my opinion.
I agree.
I would say now going forward, if to ask your question, spin it forward, the Giants need to be a better defensive team still. They've talked about it for several years. They still need to be. That was a difference in the 2 games they lost against the Dodgers, and it was a difference they have to prioritize. They have to figure out a way. How do we catch more fly balls in the outfield? Why have we continually struggled with that when we play our home games in a ballpark where, that's a big part of winning games? And they're going to need some help on the pitching side, like the Giants. And look, this happens. When we were talking at the beginning of the year, it was like, man, what an abundance of talent they have on the pitching side. And now, with Harrison gone, with Roop hurt, with Birdsong struggling, with Doval gone, with Rogers gone, with Randy Rodriguez hurt, that is a lot of – think about that. In 1 year, that's a lot of big league caliber pitching talent that is not on the big league roster right now. Some of those guys are going to come back, and Birdsong's a big deal for this franchise to get him right again. Birdsong and Roop to give you some pitching depth. The bullpen obviously is going to need some more work. I give credit. Those guys have pitched their tails off and tried hard to patch up those holes, but the Giants need more of that.
You know, you brought up the lineup, and it gets me to Eldridge. Jung-Hoo Lee batting leadoff, Adames in the 2-hole, Devers in the 3-hole, Chapman batting cleanup, Eldridge in the 5-hole. Wow, that's cool. Ramos, Bailey, Schmidt, Gilbert. For the first time in a long, long time, I'm like, wow, that feels like a lineup. Even though there are some, question marks, especially at the bottom of that lineup. And I see the young kid get into the 5th spot. I loved it. And then I look at the 3 at-bats, and they're just not going to throw him many strikes. And it's going to be a lot of breaking balls, and he's just going to have to adjust. I think we all jumped out of our seats when he hit that fly ball to left center field. But I'm going to be patient. And I would express Giants fans to be extremely patient here with the young man and give him all the opportunities in the world. I'm just so excited, and I'm pumped to see him. What did you make of his debut?
You should be excited. You should be excited about this guy. This is the most talented hitter the Giants have had. And look, and I say this, I don't clip this soundbite off, and
oh boy,
and don't.
Get ready
This
in the back,
is the
Sam.
most, this is the most talented young hitter the Giants have had since probably Will Clark. Now Buster was a great hitter, but part of what made Buster a Hall of Fame player was his hitting ability and the position he played and how well he played that position. And Buster's hitting skills were different than this kid's. Like, this kid's got a whole different skill set than Buster, and not good, not bad, just different. That's the level of talent of this kid offensively. He's 20 years old. He's the youngest Giants position player to be called up since 1981. This just doesn't happen very often, where a kid this young gets to the point where he can. And if you read his quotes after the game, you're going to love talking to this guy. He is way mature, totally self-confident, believes he belongs, and his quotes after the game were like, you know what? I fit in. It did not feel like I was overwhelmed. He took competitive at-bats against one of the best pitchers in the league, a guy who's contended for Cy Young awards, and looked the part. And it is going to take patience. There's a true book and game plan already on this guy. He's played one major league game. There's already an approach for how to pitch this guy. And you're exactly right. He's going to have to prove that he can beat that approach, whether it's just taking all that slop or whatever. He's going to have to prove he can do that. Once he does, and I have 100% confidence that he will, this is a dude who's going to hit a bunch of tanks. Like, he is going to access the incredible power that he has and hit a lot of home runs.
Dave, you said, like, I was shocked. I'm like, they're just going to throw him nothing but breaking balls away and just hope that he bites? Like, is that, you're not even going to give him any? He got 2 strikes all night, and one of them he almost put into the bleachers. Like, that was a little surprising that they had an attack plan so comprehensive against him. Like, they were not budging. They were not going to throw him any fastballs.
Yeah, and it was happening in AAA already, which is why Buster wanted him to spend as much time, probably even more time than this down there. Because if you watch those games, and sometimes I would go back and watch the clips, or even if you just watch the pitch heat maps from his AAA games, it's soft stuff down. It's especially down. The main key for him is everybody's pitching him down with off speed, over and over and over and over and over again. If you throw something anywhere in the vicinity that's above the knees, he is hitting it hard somewhere, period. Like, he is. So there's a reason why they're doing that. And you know what? Careers have been derailed by stuff like that. Like, if you can't prove that you can lay off it, then you're not going to be able to get to all the ability that you have. So last night he mostly did. He swung at the one curveball down. Otherwise, he looked confident, and those were good. I mean, Zach Gallen's changeup, that's one of the better changeups in the league, and he saw a ton of them down. So I was impressed. For a first impression, I was impressed. The body language is of a guy who really believes in himself, carries himself like he already belongs here. Really talented young man.